The truth occurs. The truth occurs. The truth occurs.
Hi everyone. Well, the disaster in Japan, could it have been a conspiracy? I don't want things to be a conspiracy. I really don't. It just turns out that most of the time it is a conspiracy. So when I first started researching this, I was like, okay, let's look at it from the point of view that it's not HARP. Comet Elenin lining up with the sun and the Earth on the 11th could have caused the quake. Also, there was a mass coronal ejection in a supermoon. Also, Jupiter and Saturn are lined up on either side of the planet Earth now, and the supermoon's peaking on the 19th, which, by the way, Jim Birkeland, geologist who predicted the 1998 World Series quake, says we may have a quake there may be a quake coming on the 19th in California because of the way the Pacific Rim has been active, starting with Chile, then New Zealand, Japan. He says next could be California. So it's possible. I was looking at it from the point of view that, this is all just like geological stuff, not the Illuminati. But then it is kind of weird that Jay Rockefeller and Bill Gates happen to be hiding out in India at this time, where they just happen to have this like underground bunker for the elite to, weather out a nuclear holocaust or something like that. So that is a bit strange. And the quake that we had in Quebec, my husband says that someone who was there said that they heard 4 sonic booms before the quake. There were also those strange scalar wave clouds that were filmed in Japan just before their quake. But could it be HARP? I don't know. Benjamin Fulford, who might be an agent, you never know, said that it was caused by something in an underground bunker in New Mexico and Nevada. How could that be? Because HARP is in Alaska. And Sorcha Fall also said that, it's caused by some kind of tectonic weapon, and maybe California will be next. That's what they say. But wait, it's geological events. It's not HARP. Maybe it is HARP. No, maybe it's a scalar weapon, but it's not HARP. And they're using it at the time of the geological events. I don't know. My husband said that there are scalar weapons that are portable. That has nothing to do with HARP. You can't rule it out. Also, from the point of view of it being possibly a conspiracy, there are a couple of other things that are just strange. I mean, the Japanese disaster occurred on the 3rd of March 2011, which is 7 years to the day from the Madrid train bombings, which we know was a conspiracy. So that's weird. And also, I found this on Above Top Secret. See this guy here, Mitchell Coombs, he predicted the Japanese disaster. Said, okay, everyone, you've been warned of what's to come. We now have 104 hours to go. Hold on tight. We are in for the shock of your lives. And he made this prediction on March 7th based on this card from the Illuminati card game, Combined Disasters. Now, you see this tower falling. The people down below are, they look Japanese. They're wearing Japanese type clothing. And if you look at the time on the clock, it looks like it says, the small hand is on the 11 and one of the hands is on the 11 and one is on the 3. And that tower is actually the Wako Clock Tower at Ginza in Tokyo. Now this is really strange because the Illuminati card game also predicted World Trade Center being hit by a terrorist nuke and the Pentagon being on fire. So can that really be a coincidence? The date, the Illuminati card game. Also, it's so strangely reminiscent of the, Deepwater Horizon disaster where all the fail-safes failed. It seems like that shouldn't happen. They have so many of them. How can they all fail? How can they not have electricity? Don't they have like multiple backup generators? And what's all this about trying to cool the spent rods in the reactor with seawater? You can't use regular seawater. We just had a nuclear, leak in Pickering, Ontario, and it was demineralized water that leaked. You have to use demineralized water. So something just doesn't add up here. I'm starting to think that maybe it really was a conspiracy after all. And maybe there will be a quake on the 19th in California. Let's hope not, but you never know. Just be prepared. And maybe that, won't be just a random coincidence either. There's no way we can know. But here's another thing, though. What do you do, in a situation like this, whether it's a conspiracy or it's natural? What does the Bible say? It says that there will be not one solid piece of land to stand on. The men will hide in the caves. What are they doing? Building underground bases. I think that's like hiding in caves. They will go into the caves and say to the mountains, fall on us. That's how bad it's going to be, in the end. Whether, for whatever reason, but I really think that that's how it's going to be. So you can maybe, weather it out for a bit or wait it out or whatever, but I don't think this is going to get better. I think really it's going to get worse. We're going to get more of the same. I mean, do they look like they're going to stop? Is this even stoppable? I'm not trying to be, discouraging here, but I'm just trying to be realistic. So you're just going to have to find a way to deal with it, psychologically. And like I always say, you're not dead yet, so let's not get too fixated on all the disasters that may befall us shortly, because we're still in the here and now. So, just make the most of the day that you have today. Well, thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.